I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, just like the river I've been.
I'm here at the Colony Theater for One Night in Miami, and I had the pleasure of meeting Carl Cofield, the director of One Night in Miami. Carl, how you doing, bro?
Man, it's a pleasure to be rapping with you.
Yes, sir. You know, I know we got a lot to talk about here. There's a lot going on with this play, but how did it begin? Because Kemp Powers, he wrote it, right?
Yeah, Kemp Powers is the playwright. Growing up, we might have heard bits and pieces from the elders, but didn't really believe it.
Right.
To think that Cassius Clay shared this incredible night with Jim Brown, Sam Cooke, and Malcolm X is truly, truly just mind-boggling that these four iconic men, which are like the X-Men coming together,
right,
are like the Avengers coming together for this magical night is remarkable.
And there's so much going on now in popular, contemporary culture that really parallels this whole situation.
Absolutely. Cassius Clay was booed after he won the heavyweight championship. At his first sort of guest appearance at a boxing match, he was booed out of the arena. But back then he was hated, much like people are losing their minds over Colin Kaepernick.
Right.
Cassius, you may one day fall, but today is not that day. Guides me away, keeps me just outside that monster's reach. Bell rings, 3 minutes gone by, and I'm still standing.
And now I'm here with the cast for One Night in Miami. So come on, guys, introduce yourself and tell me who you're playing.
All right, I'm Esau Pritchard. I'm playing Jim Brown.
I'm Leon Thomas, and I'm playing Sam Cooke.
I'm Jason Delane. I'm playing Malcolm X.
Wow. So this must be a really great experience for you guys to be able to have the opportunity to play these iconic figures.
Absolutely, man. You know, all right, I'm just going to take it first real quick.
Jump
But
in.
for me, I'm going to get personal for a second. My father had a few icons that he absolutely loved. Malcolm X happened to be one of them. He adored Sam Cooke. But Jim Brown, when I was coming up, before I even started watching the game, playing the game of football, I would hear all of these stories about my father be like, Jim Brown was the baddest man who ever lived in terms of playing the game, the sport of football. So when the opportunity came up to play him, man, you know, just on a personal level, to be able to play one of your father's heroes, you know, because your father is your hero, was something special for me. So, and also, signing on to do it, I never would have imagined that we'd get a chance to come right here to Miami and do it where it historically happened. You know, the play has moved around a bunch. It started in LA, we did it in Baltimore Center Stage, it's been overseas in London, it's been in South Africa. And to get a chance to come here, man, and actually feel the feels and see the sights and smell the smells and be just immersed physically in the history is something real special.
It's been a long time coming, and I know change gonna come. You know, Sam Cooke, to be completely honest with you, I knew a lot of his music. Change is Gonna Come is one of my favorite records when it comes to being socially conscious and both brilliantly simple. I saw myself within this legend, in so to speak, in certain ways, and it really, to me, was like, okay, I need to take on this role. I need to learn everything I can, because that blueprint is what's gonna help me define, you know, my legacy.
What is it they always say, Mountain? The penalty one pays for avoiding the path of righteousness is walking whatever path they choose. Alone?
Yes.
Whatever, keep going.
You can't imitate these guys. First of all, you couldn't imitate them because you're not even in a situation that you would have been able to watch them to say, I'm going to act just like he did when he did that, because it's behind closed doors. So now you have to figure out, how am I going to play this soul and this energy of this person, not only based upon what I see online or have heard about, but man, what are they like behind? What's their inner soul, you know?
In the rehearsal room, we always talk about, and Carl's led us this way, is to capture essence. I'm not going to out Malcolm. I'm going to do my best to capture his energy, his essence, and then share that with my best friends.
Sure.
That's the joy I feel as an actor, as an artist, exploring this piece, to imagine that from that lens.
I figured you'd have rounded up some girls before we even got here, boy. Where they at?
Shit, ain't you too tired?
Tired? Boy, I'm energized. I was before I even threw the first punch. Can you believe they had the nerve to trot Willie Pastrano in the ring before the fight?
They say he boxes just like you, Cash.
Like me? Are you insane?
Well, he is a dancing master.
And you know, me and Carl were talking, we were saying how each of these actors you're portraying, their lives changed drastically right after that. I mean, you have Malcolm X, he moves away from Nation of Islam.
2 weeks after this night, early March '64, he officially breaks with the Nation of Islam. A year later, he's assassinated in Harlem.
And you got Sam Cooke, who's the Change Gonna Come is released a few days later. I mean, that comes out. I mean, and that's a pivotal moment in music and this his career.
And then Jim Brown walks away from football at the height, the prime of his career. You know, he wasn't injured, he wasn't damaged. He just decided, you know what? It's time for me to go and do something else. And that was unheard of back then. And this was, I think, maybe 2 years later, Carl? Or something like that, yeah.
Visiting the Hampton House and actually being able to see, you know, everything that we've been kind of imagining in real life come to life for us was just absolutely phenomenal. I mean, you can feel the history in the walls. And of course, sharing the stage with these fellas, you know, they already bring these amazing characters to life, these legends to life for me. But to really visit in Miami, to go to the Hampton House was I think one of my favorite, you know, trips that we've done to help the chemistry of it all.
Yeah.
We've built this brotherhood outside of, you know, being on stage every night, which I think is going to help really create a really palpable like moment. And I know change gonna come.